Afternoon, everybody. Back again. Back again, day 5. Oh, someone said I'm early. 2 minutes early. George, you need to adjust your clock. I'm going on PC time here, look. PC time. Hang on, let me just get me windows all sorted here a minute. I got me windows all over the place here. Stretch that one. There we go. That's better. That's better. Hey, right, okay, who have we got in? Gary Cooper. Welcome, Gary. Yo ho ho. Not seen you for a while, Gary. Brett. Shh. We won't say. I'll keep quiet, Brett. Andy Beck. Petronics, Nick. Polishing at Perspex with Brasso. It's a good way of sorting it, mate. Shiny. George. Afternoon, George. Doug. Hi, Doug. Derek. Cody's Paul. Yes. Your clock is MSF synced. Mine's check clocks. Mine's saying 1603, George. 1603 here. Foxy's there. Only just turned on the computer. Well, people, apologies for the rude interruption to your afternoon, but I've got to go out later. I've been summoned to play darts, so unfortunately I can't be here later today. So hoping to get this over, not over, but get it finished up in time to have something to eat, a quick practice, and then straight out the door. So bit touch and go today. It's going to be the same tomorrow, to be fair, because I've got darts again tomorrow evening. So you know how it is. So anyway, we'll do our best as usual. Ran out of new outfits. Well, no, George, I haven't, but I can't find them. So there's got to be a bit of recycling involved, isn't there? I can't have 24 different tops, can I? I mean, it's difficult enough trying to get 24 different beers. So, Mrs. Cruncher's wardrobe doesn't run to that many different outfits, but I have got probably about another 4 or 5 in the pipeline. And me farter Christmas, which just says farter because you can only see the top. Not very complimentary, but there you are. Anyway, you've all seen today's offering. It's the Hacker Hunter. Now this isn't an in-depth video on the Hunter. I think we'll do a bit more of an in-depth one next week at some stage, or possibly the week after, because it's got to be in the top 10 really, the Hunter, isn't it? But this particular one, I was trying to repair a VP408 power supply for Sean, and unfortunately I thought I got it working. It was all working. The voltages were bang on. Sent it back to Sean. As soon as he plugged it in, it blew the fuse. So he popped it back to me, and sure enough, when I looked at it under load, it was going like off the charts. I was chucking a whole load of current through it. And what that did is it popped the fuse in my multimeter, and it also popped the Hunter that I connected it to. So today we're going to look at that Hunter and have a look, see what I did. I'm almost certain that there's at least one transistor out. George knows all about that. So yes, there we go. That's the situation at the moment. So we're gonna have a look at the Hunter. We'll find out what's going on with it. Well, I know we've popped the amplifier definitely. So it's just a case of getting it sorted. Right. So let's have a quick look. George has got 24 different Christmas T-shirts. Really, George? You need to send me some. Yeah, Good one. You're commenting, but may not watch much. Oh, that's if you don't want to watch it. Well, you know. Okay. Just a quick one as well, George. I noticed in the chat earlier you mentioned that someone had put the wrong resistor in. There was an amendment, George. So there was a couple resistors and possibly a capacitor change. So I don't know. I don't know exactly. Maybe Paul can enlighten us on that if he's got the info there. I know there was a couple modifications to it, and I haven't got any modifications in this particular manual here, but I know there was some modifications to that particular amp. So just check first, because I don't know why they did the modification. Obviously it'll work with either, but they've done it for a reason. I can't think why now. We better have a bit of Christmas music, haven't we? Got to have a bit of background Christmas music. And yes, it is a Red Hunter, isn't it? Hey! Excuse me. The old voice is not getting better, people. It's getting worse. So hopefully we'll come back out of it soon. Afternoon, Harvey. And apologies, Harvey. I set this video up because I need to get on now, and I did see that you were live as well. So hopefully I haven't clashed with you, mate. Wouldn't want to do that. It's a lovely Red Hunter, isn't it? Look, it's a beauty. That is a Hunter, isn't it? Don't they come with Christmas scenes inside? Oh, I'm sure they do. It needs plenty of beer. Well, I suppose we better get some Christmas beer underway, haven't we? Let's just pan out a bit, because today's offering is reindeer drop-ins. Bit early to have a drink. Well, it's never too early, is it? English Amber Ale by Ridgeway Brewery. Lovely. Reindeer drop-ins. Ideal. Let me just pull the webcam in, because I just need to alter this other camera, because I pulled it up. All right, where's that one there? Let's zoom that in. So yes, reindeer drop-ins. It's not overly strong, 4.7%. I am going out tonight, so I don't want to go mental. Okay, this has been brewed by Ridgeway for the USA, but secretly available to other selected nations around the very edge of Europe, where life and good beer is not always so serious. So let's get into the drop-ins, shall we? It's very festive here, isn't it? Oh, that's all right, Harvey, as long as it didn't clash, mate. I don't like to do that. I wouldn't do it on purpose, but I do have to get on and off quick today. Quickish. Because even though I said I've got man flu, they still want me, look. I still need to find a source of more Christmas beers. So if anyone sees any in the supermarkets, you need to let me know. Because I need to know. I need more. So this is brewed in Oxfordshire, basically for the US. Ah. Yeah. It says, one of our range of very special Christmas beers brewed in England for the USA. We all know, of course, that Santa is really from Lapland. There you go. Anyway, cheers everybody. Happy Christmas. I think Hobgoblin do a Christmas one as well, don't they, RV? All right, Brett. Catch you later, mate. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone else that's just joined. Jeff. Hi, Jeff. No. You've just had to resign from your job at a school for watching YouTube on your school phone. I made it so no regular breaks that they can time check. Just in work. 60 years old. That's not my fault, Jeff, is it? I'd be pretty upset if that was down to me, mate. Hey, Trev, it is me. All festive, look. It is me, look. You liking the t-shirt? Trev, you might know where there's some Christmas beers available. I need Christmas beers. Well, as I say, cheers everybody. You like the aggressive hair, Trev, do you? Nice. We need another Headphones Hi-Fi Reviews guest appearance soon, I'm sure. Anyway, we need to get on. We need to get on. I know you love the Christmas radio. I know you love the Christmas radio and the fireplace, but, you know, we've got to have a look at this Hunter. Okay, now I need to just adjust this camera back up again because I pulled it down so as you could see the lovely Christmas things. Just hiring it back up again. Oh, cheers, Paul. I did see that you went to Rutchford's today. I was saying I was out and about this morning. Oh, right, okay. So it's not down to me then, Jeff. Oh, order from you. You got plenty of stock then, Paul, have you? Excellent. Or you can go and get it. I see what you're saying. Cheaper. Yeah, the postage is a little bit off-putting, isn't it? Let's move that camera over slightly. That's better. You can see my lovely decorations then that Mrs. Cruncher put up. Yeah, it's been scoped, Trev. Anyway, let's get this camera sorted. I've just put it up a bit higher so as I'm not in the way of everything really. Okay. Right then, so this is what we're working on today. I'll say I intended originally to do these videos as just looking at a radio, not necessarily fixing anything, but just going through some of the radios in my collection. But it seems to have morphed into me fixing stuff again. But I ain't got a problem with that as long as it doesn't go on for hours and hours. So this is a rather nice Hunter. I think I've shown this one before. I would say it's pretty much near mint. There's a couple little dinks on it that would make it not totally mint, but it's not far off, to be honest. It's probably the best one I've got. There's a couple little dinks on top of the knob there. There's a little dink on this one, but apart from that, it's pretty immaculate. So, as I say, what I did is I connected this up to a VP408, which has got something I don't know. It's not obviously wrong, so that's going to take me a little bit of sorting out, but I'm sure I can do it, given a bit of time. Time is the key. So, what can we say about this? This now doesn't work. I've got it hooked up to my power supply. So I'm going to turn it on. You heard it pop there. That's literally all it does. It's drawing 30 milliamps, so in theory it should be working. But it's not. Totally dead. I'm on around about 100 megahertz, which should be, pardon me, classic FM. So let's get the old signal tracer in. And can you see? Yeah, you can see. So I'm going to connect up to the chassis. I'm just going to connect up to the negative of that capacitor there, just there. Turn my signal tracer on. Can't quite see that, it's just out of shot. Let's move that over. Just see it peeping in there. I'm just going to touch the input to the amplifier.
I'm just reading here a really amazing story involving Gemma Collins, the gift that keeps on giving, Gemma Collins.
This is something that this film is very interesting. And for being the first ever presenter.
So, the radio is working, but let's just edit your post there, Jeff. Fortunately, there's no swearing in the chat, Jeff. I know it's not that bad, but it is still swearing, so it's been held by YouTube. Let's just post that. Hi, Nazar. I don't know why you need me to say your name, but welcome, Nazar Mahudin, is it? No, don't worry, Jeff. Say easy mistake, mate. It gets picked up by YouTube, and then the moderators either approve it or leave it as deleted. I've just taken that word out of it and put it back in there for you. So yeah, if you've got some radios to sell, you'll need to let us know, mate. You can always drop me an email. If you want to drop me an email on that, Jeff, then I'll pass on what you've got, and we can probably get rid of it for you, mate. Harvey did used to keep us busy, to be fair. Harvey did used to keep us busy. You bad toad. Naughty boy, Harvey. But no, Harvey's all cleaned up now, Harvey, aren't you? Harvey's all cleaned up. Right, okay, so we've got a dodgy amplifier. Now we can test that because I've got, this is a different amplifier. This is out of an RP25. But electrically it's pretty much identical. Obviously this has got to be lower profile. It's got the speaker in it. And, well, that's the main reason because, sorry, the speaker. The goat of death. Right, it's got the aerial in it, that's why it's lower profile than this one. But electrically they're the same. And incidentally, I did mess up with the initial post as well today. I put it in as tomorrow at 4, not today. So I've taken a hit on the goat for that already. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly connect up this other amp. So we know we've got a signal going into that amp, but nothing coming out. So let's try this amp. A lot of these Hacker amps are interchangeable, but you've just got to watch the impedance on the speaker. So let's just connect this one up quickly. Now this is a refurbed amp that I've done. I've been all the way through it. I've checked all the resistors, replaced anything that's out of tolerance, and it's got new capacitors in it. So said the works. Here we go then.
So now my love.
I think we can safely say that is working.
Yeah, I think he composed this metronome and he just slid. It was.
Look, no, the question is.
Glides over the card like a festive skater on a frozen pond. Could this be her best Christmas?
The Weekend and Blinding Lights on Radio 1. Hello to the worried texter who's been on stage. Cheese is a high-risk food and should be kept in the fridge. Yes, it should be. It should be. I'm not saying that we should follow Gemma Collins.
Okay, so we all agreed that the amp is knackered. It's a technical term, obviously. So that other amp is kaput, so we need to find out what's wrong with it. Now, when I initially tested it with the signal tracer, I was getting nothing on the input because I was connected to the ground of the amplifier. So that would say that the input is shorted to ground. So that's where I'm going with it. So let's get the amplifier board out and have a look. I haven't got the iPad today for the text, so it works next. Hi, Cyberflyer. We don't want to just move on. We need to fix it, Benji, or attempt to fix it in the time given, the allotted time. If I can get that out without moving that aerial up, can I? Oh, don't make me take you out the chassis, radio. This one ain't never been out before, has it? Although, actually, I think I did take this one apart because I don't think this worked when I first got it. I think there was a dodgy switch bank on it. And I had to, just trying to move this aerial. God. When you want them to move, they won't. When you don't, they do. You know what I mean? I should be able to take that off now, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Now the amp on this one's screwed in from underneath. Don't know, someone's put a nut on there as well. I don't know why. Because the amp board is threaded. So we've got a spare nut there. Thank you very much, somebody, whoever did that. Squeaky, squeaky. So I'm in the middle of getting grief from the darts team now because I said I had man flu. Apparently they've all had man flu and I've just got a man up apparently. That's the general consensus. Okay. So I think we've got a spacer missing there as well. So we've got a fibre spacer, but we've only got one. I'm sure there should be two there. I'm going to take that on that off as well because they're only going to fall off if I don't take them off and put them somewhere. Okay. So let's get that one out of the way for a minute because there's not a lot we can do with that. We know that bit's working. This is the bit that's not working. So let's chuck you on the overhead camera. Let's get rid of me for a minute. You don't want to see me, do you? You want to see the amp board. Good old signal tracer, it works for everything, doesn't it? Pretty much. Right. Fire the desoldering tool up. Let's have a look then. So the input is pin 4, which is this one on the front. I should be able to see that. I'm going a little bit closer. The trouble is it's so it's clearly marked there. Pin number 4 is the input. So we shouldn't have a connection from input to ground because that would just ground the signal, and that's what you do when you do the quiescent current, is you ground that out. So again, I haven't tested this, so it's should be able to see that, yeah. So let's go to the earth pin, which is the middle one, and the input. Okay. Well, we haven't really got a short there. Let's go from the negative to the HT. Okay, 205 ohms. It's not a dead short, but there is definitely a short there. Nothing much on base. I think I'm just charging capacitors up there doing that. Something somewhere is shorted. And I suspect it is one of these germanium transistors. And I would hazard a guess that it's the driver. I'm hoping I haven't taken the outputs out as well. It would be a bit of a shame. I'm going to have to take the cover off so I can see where I'm going here with this. Let's get you back in a bit. Full screen. That's what we like. I still haven't got round to get myself some more screwdrivers yet. Someone's maxed out the washers on this one. So if we can get this sorted quick enough, I'll have a look at the quiescent current and midpoint voltage settings on it. I don't want to steal George's thunder because I know he's doing a video on the Hunter at the moment. So all this is just a fix of the busted amplifier board broken by me. Just pop those off. So we just start taking bets on which transistor is blown here. I'm going for the driver. It could well be the pre-driver as well, but definitely the driver I reckon's gone. It's not that that's anything to be proud of. It's not nice blowing up one of your own boards. Okay. Let's go in a little bit closer. So there's our driver. I think that's the driver. Is it T3? No, that's the pre-driver. Driver's back here, but T3. Let's have a quick look at T3. T3 is this strange component that I don't know what its function is in the circuit. I would assume it's a pre-driver, but I don't know enough about amplifier theory to comment on it, to be fair. Okay. So T4 is probably the favourite. I mean, this is the circuit diagram for it. Let's just zoom out. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff on the bench here. It's not really laying very flat, is it? Let's just put the pliers on there. There we go. I think we're all in shot now. So this is T3. This is the output stage, really. This is our two output transistors. This is the driver. This is pre-driver. I'm not sure. The signal doesn't go through that, does it? No, the signal goes through and into these. So we've got 4 transistors really that could be faulty because our power supply is coming in here and it would have gone bang straight through those, straight through that one. So I would say T4 is a big possibility. It'd be nice if it was just that one. Excuse me. It'd be nice if it was just T4 because that's a lock fit and that could do with going anyway. But the fragile ones are these germaniums, so it's likely it's that. BC108's pretty bomb-proof. They're back in this part of the circuit. We haven't got BC108s. This is a slightly earlier version. It's got to be BC148s, which is pretty much the same same transistor. That's these two. So I believe that's AF amplifiers, isn't it? I'm not sure what the second one does. Right, let's have a quick look on the multimeter before I pull them out, just see if we can determine whether there's a short. It's always difficult when it's in circuit. Let's see if I can get all this in shot for you. So let's go, we'll go start at T3, then work our way through. So T3. Okay, we got a short that way. Let's just go the other way. That's between the emitter and the collector. And we've got a short that way, so T3 is T3 is shorted. Typical, that's germanium. Let's just try this one. So this is T3. Okay, 146, 47 that way. 3K that way. Let's just try base. Okay. No, that one doesn't appear to be shorted. This one's definitely shorted, T3, unless it's something else in the circuit pulling it down. But let's also go from the base. If I can get to the base. See the emitter. Yeah, 7 ohms. Base collector. So yeah, that one's had it. So T3 has got to come out. Let's pull T3 then. Let's get the webcam out the way, otherwise I'm going to pull that over. Just switch back to the main camera a minute because it's a bit easier to see what I'm up to. So I'm just going to desolder that one if I can find where the pins are. So that one. So these are in ferrules again, so they need a bit of heat to get them out. Come on. Just clear those holes, ready for it to go back in. Yeah, they're clear. So let's have a look at that on the transistor tester. It might be that it's okay now it's out of circuit, in which case we're going to need to look further into it. Transistor, well, component tester. So yeah, basically our collector and our emitter are shorted to death on that. Now this is one of these weird transistors. Let me get you in a bit closer. Let's get me out of the way. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just get the light. Let's take that light off. Can you see the only marking on that is T2? This has got no markings on it whatsoever. Now from memory, I'm pretty sure we can stick an AC127 in there. And they are in short supply at the moment. AC127. .28, 126, AC127. Incidentally, let's have a quick look. I'm sure Mark won't mind. I'm sure Mark Hennessy won't mind. We'll have a quick look at Mark's website. George reckons they've all gone, do you? 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, I'll have a look at the output pair in a second, Paul. Let's just hi Mr. E. The overhead camera is an Elmo 4K. ELMO. So let's just add in my desktop a minute. Display. Okay, let me just find Mark's page, because he does talk about these weird T2 transistors. Okay, so let's just find Mark's site. Excuse me. Mark Hennessy transistor. That gets Mark's page up. So let me just pop this gobbledygook on your screen a minute. Let's get rid of picture in picture. Okay, so this site, I've said it many times. markhennessy.co.uk. Extremely useful site. And if we go down here, we've got transistors and vintage radios. And down here you'll see we've got the mysterious T2. So if we click on that, it clearly shows T2 there, look. Nobody really knows what it is. There's lots of speculations what it could be. So it says earlier examples used an OC71, which is the glass one. I don't think if I've got OC71s, I don't really want to use them. We've got OC71, OC81, OT1D. I have got some OC71s that I can use at a push. I'm sure it's it can be an AC127. AC128 is the obvious version. Or an AC125. So I got that wrong. It's an AC125 that I need. It's a bet I ain't got one of those. I must have. Well, I've got 126, 127 and 128 there. No AC125. So it's going to have to be an AC128 then. I have got some AC128s with heatsink on them. I bought a job lot. So, yeah, So anybody else knows anything about T2 or T3, then let me know, because I know they're after information about them. So anyway, let's go back to the main camera, get you off that gobbledygook. You can see it's getting dark now. Let's go back to my chat. Slight deviation as per usual. Stick a Russian in there, it's a bias regulator. I'm going to stick an AC128 in there. I've got these Telefunken ones in a heatsink, so I mean, in a lot of the later, well, in a lot of the amplifier boards, there is a heatsink on that transistor, but there's not on this one for some reason. I'm going to be lazy and find the pin out of this one. I think the pin out is identical, but we'll check. Let's just connect it up to the DCA Pro. I think the base is there, so we go blue as base. I think the one, well, it's not marked on this one, but the one with where the slot is, I think, is the emitter. And the red is a collector. Let's see if that's the right way around. So red is collector, green is emitter. Oh, red is the emitter, green is the collector, and blue is the base. So green is a collector. That's unusual. Hi Daniel, how are you? Yeah, we're okay. Just full of a cold here, mate. So red is the emitter. Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me for some reason. Just going to double check my double check. Yeah, red is definitely emitter. Okay. It just seems strange that it's, I suppose it's Telefunken, whether that makes any difference. So I'm just popping that one in. It has got to sort of sit down on the board like that, so let's make sure it's going to fit and not short anything out. Yeah, it should go in there all right. Okay. Just quickly catch up on the chat before I solder that in. Excuse me again. I must turn the mic off before I cough. Blow your ears out. So a little bit of flux. There we go. That's that one done. So let's have a look at the outputs now. Just snip those off out the way. So we've got base in the middle and collector and emitter on the outside. So again, we shouldn't have a short between these. 114 ohms one way, just reverse them. 217. Okay, where's the other one? Right over here. 3K, 242, let's go base, 149, reverse that, yeah, that's working, that one, 43, try the same with this one. To 65, 266, 1K, 162. Okay, we might be lucky, it might just be that one. Those have still got junctions on them. Let's go back a bit further and we'll check T2, which is there. T2. No, I think these have got a funny pin out, haven't they? No. .4K that way. Let's try the other way. 1.4K. Base. 16K. 13K. These are not shorted. Oh, hang on, man. 16, that's just me. That was me shorting that. Okay, let's just go back to the final one up here. $14K one way. Ooh, 14, 15K the other way. There's not much of a junction there. Apologies if you don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, that's short that way. No, I think that one is okay. Right. Turn that racket off for a minute. Let's catch up with a chat. Oh, they're tongue scrum, not telefunken. Right, okay. No. No, I don't want that cam. I want that one. How about that? There we go. Hi, Linton. How are you? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good, Mr. E. They do a 1080p one, which is a bit cheaper. They do a whole host of their document readers, really, Mr. E. But really nice camera, really nice sharp image. Okay, let's hook it back up and very gently wind the voltage up. I'm going to start the voltage down at 6 volts with the current limit just kicking in, just outside the current limit. Let's get the radio back again. So don't really want to kill the output transistors. If anybody thinks I should stop now and they've spotted something else, then let me know, because we're going back past the point of no return now. Right, are we ready, people? Yeah, BC108s are better than the BC148s, definitely, George. I mean, I probably will pop those back in. I probably will pop those back in before I wrap it up for good. The BC108, sorry, BC148s, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, BC148s can get noisy. You always separate the output pair. Yeah. No separation here, Paul. We're going for it. I suppose we could check to see that there's not a short between the outputs and the can. You bear in mind this set was working originally, so mega ohms, mega ohms, mega ohms. Sounded posh here, didn't I? Yeah, that's all in the mega ohms, Paul. So there's no shorts there to the from the can to the ground. So let's go for it. 6 volts. Okay, 0.2. Still nothing. Let's get the signal tracer in. I'm going to need to pull these other caps out, I think. Other caps, other transistors. Okay. Just wind it up a bit more. It might be that it needs a bit more voltage than that to actually start working. Okay. Let's follow this signal through. So obviously got it there. Oh, careful. Where's the... Let's see if we've got anything on this one I've just done. Nothing on that one. Let's go back to the next one. Nothing on that one. And the next one. So we've got output to that.
Gamble on the shot. Let me a song from Caddy. You now. Oh yeah.
I'm just having a quick poke around just to see where the signal's disappearing, really. Okay. Oh. What's going on there? That's fixed itself.
Time will come, will I run away? Will I run away? I'm the original. Some days I wish I won. I'm the original. Some days I wish I
Well, it's working. Just wondering if there's a loose connection here somewhere, but
I just want all of this. I'm gonna be fine.
oh damn, yeah. Copyright, yeah. I think what happened there is we were trying to find a fault that wasn't really there then. We could just have, by just knocking it, moved that connector. So it definitely was the let's just get a fiberglass pencil, we'll just go over those. It definitely was that transistor gone, but luckily, very luckily, it was just that transistor. Just give those a quick clean a minute. I'm just using a fiberglass pencil here to just go over these pins. They do look pretty good, to be fair. It looks like I may have already done this prior, but you can find on these that the The wires come loose from the pins inside here. Let's get a little bit of contact cleaner. Oh. We're going to use Servosol because I still can't find the deoxit. It's going to dribble a little bit in here. Just give that a little bit of a... We also need to make sure we've got no dry joints on that one as well. Let's get the old goggles on a minute and have a quick look. As the tinsel cascades down. We're good. Let's try that then. Make sure it hasn't suddenly decided to pack up now I've cleaned it.
I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion.
I really have to say, whether he's talking about raping or homelessness of any form, his claim doesn't square with the evidence. The Conservative Party have given a corrected statement that massively differs from the Chancellor's statement, and we'll go through the evidence shortly. But before we do that, painstaking job, the voice of those on the street themselves. BBC Radio Lincolnshire reporter Kathy Green has been talking to some people.
Okay. That is fixed, people. It is fixed. What's George? Copyright warning, yes. To be fair, that's easy enough to edit that bit out. So if we do get a copyright hit, don't panic. I will remove the offending track. My mistake, but thanks for the heads up there, George. Time to do the caps. There is time to do the caps, Paul, but to be fair, we'll try a couple on the ESR meter and just see if I can check a couple in circuit. I don't really want to do the caps today, Paul, to be fair, but we'll try a couple. Let's just get a resistor a minute, just short out. Make sure there's nothing left in them. Because that, although this has got a discharge function, this ESR meter, apparently they are a bit finicky and you can still pop them. So I'm just quickly putting a resistor across these caps. I'll have a quick look with the ESR meter. So let me stick the ESR meter in the picture-in-picture. Okay, so I'm going first of all then with 470 microfards. Who's that? Get off. Hopefully we don't get a copyright hit for my ringtone now as well. Dear. Right. Let's do the 470 first. Let's have a look, see what that's measuring. It's in circuit, so it might say it's leaky or in circuit. in which case we'd have to lift a leg. Yeah, so the 470 has got low ESR, but we would have to lift a leg. I don't know where it is in the circuit. 15 microfarads. That one's fine. What we got here? That one is, that's saying it's in circuit leaky as well. We haven't got a lot of caps in this one. Again, these are not under any huge load. 207, I think that's a 150, so it's gone a little bit high, but the ESR is low on it, so that's not a major issue, that one. Last one. It's got high ESR. I don't think it's worth a recap. I don't know, Paul. It just said private number. Withheld number's probably some sort of spam. If it's important, they'd leave a voicemail. So, no voicemail, so no talkie. I'll tell you what we do, rather than messing about changing caps, because obviously it is working, we'll do the quiescent current and midpoint voltage readings, adjustments. What say you? So, I mean, yeah, there's one that's got a fairly high ESR and two that I can't measure because they're in circuit. So it could do with a recap. It's not critical though. So quiescent current and midpoint voltage. Recap time. So we're happy to do the midpoint voltage and quiescent current on this. Well, this is the one that caught George out, really. So just stick this under the camera, under the document reader. So I'm way too close. Okay. So what we're going to do is a static current and voltage adjustments. So you notice on this particular manual, and this wasn't done by me because I would never deface one of these, they've got the type wrong. So in the manual it says RV2 but it isn't. It's RV4, and you can see someone's just inked in RV4, and then it's saying RV3 for the midpoint voltage, and that originally said RV1. So you can get totally confused with that. It's nice of Hacker to have done that, but they never amended it, and I can't see any amendums saying it was wrong, but it definitely is, because there is no RV1 or RV2 on this board at all. It is literally just RV3 and RV4. That's the only adjustments on it. I'm trying again, look. Bear with me. Sorry about that, people. I'm glad I took that, actually, because the washer dryer started making some real noisy, or some bearing noises yesterday, and has actually decided to pack up today. So that's just confirming the delivery of our new one. That's great, right on Christmas. 350 quid's worth of washer dryer, really nice. So yes, this is what George is referring to, RV1 and RV2. They're obviously not on this board. You can see it's the two pins, pin 1 and pin 2. They're actually off the board, and that is the bass and treble controls. So yeah, the schematic, the instructions are totally wrong on that. So right, okay, let's get you back on the radio. So hopefully you've got a good read of that while I was talking to the washer dryer people. Excuse me. Cool. So let's see if I can get you Can I get you near the overhead camera? Sort of. Let's get rid of my picture then a minute. Get rid of me. Bye-bye, Graham. Okay, so this is RV4 here, RV3 here. So in the instructions it's RV2 is RV4. So if you think in the instructions this is RV2 and this is RV1. I know it's confusing, but anyway. Down here we've got the test link. I think you should be able to see that there. So we need to cut that. So just for quickness, I am going to cut that. And normally I desolder them and solder a new one in. I will solder a new link in eventually, but just for the purposes of this, we'll just separate them up. There we go. So that test link is now cut. We need to insert an ammeter in there. A milliammeter. So I tend to use this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just connect on with these croc clips that Doug very kindly let me have. Doug, these are getting a lot of use, mate, aren't they? Gone a bit bright now, that for some reason. Let's just darken that down a little bit. There you go. So I'm just going to connect on to, I need to make sure these don't short out. Not that it'll do a lot of harm, I don't think, but I'm just going to connect those to my multimeter. I need to make sure that it's can I get that in the camera shot as well? It's all a bit okay. Hey, you can see that. So I've changed my leads over so as they're in the milliamp hole. Just going to connect those up to those croc clips. Like so. Turn my meter onto milliamps. Now, one thing I haven't done is you've got to short the input to ground. So let's do that a minute. Just pull that off. So basically you've got to join pins 4 and 5 together, which is these two. Should do this. I'm just trying to do it for time saving, really, so apologies if anyone's intently following this and I'm doing it a bit too quick. So let's just get a little bit of cable here. Oh, typical, I can't get the end off now. Less haste, more speed, isn't that what they say? Less haste, more speed. Well, more speed, less haste. I think that's, yeah, got that wrong way around, didn't I? Use the dead transistor. I'm Mike Atlantis, how are you? Yeah, Mrs. Cruncher's Christmas present, washer dryer. Can't argue with that, can you? So I'm just going to tin that a minute. Get some nice fresh solder in the house. So we're joining that one to that one. Just going to drop this wire across them. Normally I just use a capacitor leg and just go across them. It's a bit long, that one. It's going to short something else out in if I don't cut it off shorter. There. So I've now got a link in from pins 4 to 1. So we can go ahead again and reconnect this. Now, I may have already done it on this board, so apologies if this shows nothing. I'm going to put it that way around. That keeps jumping off that one, doesn't it? It doesn't like that one for some reason. Okay, that's upside down. Let's just reverse that. There we go. Let's get rid of me. So we'll check this one first. Now, this is supposed to be 3 milliamps. Supposed to be 3 milliamps, this. So I'm just connecting the power back up to it. Hopefully you can all see what's going on. So as you can see, we have got 6.7 milliamps, which is way too high. So we've got to adjust RV4, which is this one. All right. Do we get to 3? A bit touchy. That'll do us, I think. Just. Okay, that's that one. So it was a fair bit out, wasn't it? So next thing we need to do is the midpoint voltage. It's best to do this with another multimeter because they can be a little bit interactive. So I'm going to use my Fluke 75 for this one. So let's just pull that one out of the shot. Pop the Fluke in there. If I can get it in there. Okay, so we want that one on DC. And the midpoint voltage is measured from ground to the junction of R14, R15, which is here. So we want one leg there and the other one on ground where we know. Ooh. Get off. Doesn't like that, does it? Hang on, R15, where's R14 then? R15, R14, we're on volts DC. Didn't like that ground, did it? Let's try capacitor ground. What's going on here then? Because it's putting a short across it for some reason. What am I missing here? What are you missing, Graham? Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Let's try that again. That's scary. I think there's a short, I think there's one of the leads on these output transistors is touching. It's my midpoint voltage. It does say to readjust the midpoint voltage. Midpoint voltage has jumped down to 2.4 now, so just pop that back up again. Let's try that again. I don't know why that was. Ooh. That's cutting out on the current limit. So it might be a dirty RV3. Let's give that a little bit of a work. We've done the hard one. Yeah, it was a bit dirty, but I can't understand why. We're getting a problem with this. I am definitely in the right slots, aren't I? Yes. Definitely in DC volts. Ground. Any ideas why I can't? Well, I can't get a measurement there. I've never had a problem with that before. Well, I have on some of the ones with wire wound resistors. We've still got about 3.5 milliamps. Still shorted there. I'm definitely in the right place. Junction of R14, R15, which is definitely there. I'm getting nothing now. What is going on with this radio? No, that, when I put a meter across that, it's shorting it for some reason. Bizarre. Yeah, I was using the earth pin, George. Can't quite see where I'm connected to, but I am using the earth pin. That is strange. But obviously it is working. Let's try another meter. In case something is wrong with that meter. I can't see what would be wrong with the meter. It's a fluke, they're pretty good. Let's try an El Nasty Precision Gold meter, just in case. You could have multiple meters, haven't you? We certainly don't want ohms, we want the voltage. Let's try it with this one. It's my meter, look. Something wrong with the fluke. I'm gonna say, scaring me that was. Right, so that should be 8.8, so it's not far off. Hang on, I'm on the wrong page now. 8.85 it should be. Let's see if I can jam that in there and adjust that pot at the same time. This is where you need 3 hands, people, really. Right. 8.85 we're aiming for. I think we'll settle for 8.83, won't we? Just give the quiescent current one a little tweak again. That's gone up to 3.3. Drop that back to 3. There we go. Job done. Dodgy multimeter. Right. We're on the final furlong. Yeah, what is wrong with the fluke? Why do we short out when I put the fluke across it? And again, the fluke is the meter that I use every time, really. That's my go-to meter, pairing up with the key sight. Strange. So, just bear with me a second. I just need it to go and go to loo, basically. Comfort break. Won't be a second. It's all gone quiet downstairs. I think Mrs. Cruncher may be asleep. Yeah, something else. It's thirsty work, this. It's thirsty work. Anyway, right, let's remove our link. We also need to resolder our test link that I cut. So as I say, just for now, I'm just going to bend that back together and just solder the tips back. Yeah, nice bill to hit in just before Christmas, isn't it? New washer dryer. And the other one, oh, it's not like mega old. I think it's about 8 years old. It shows, doesn't it, that they do put the life of white goods these days on about 10 years, I think. Okay, so that's back together. Let's make sure that's taken. Yep, good to go. Oh, no shoes out the back. Right, let's put our amp screws back in. Yeah, this is threaded, this bracket, so I don't know why they've put nuts on as well, but there you go. It's Hacker after all. Does pay, doesn't it, to have plenty of multimeters? There's people out there with dozens of multimeters, but always good to have a backup meter. So it may not be the fastest repairer on the planet, but I do get there eventually. Given time. Given time, I can fix most things. It's always difficult live, but you know, got to challenge yourself, haven't you? So how are we doing? Don't worry, I've got a little red light on my microphone that tells me whether it's on or off, George. So I was definitely turned off. Fingers don't seem to work like they used to for some reason. tweak. Okay, excuse me. Pop the screws back in underneath. A little insulation spacer. That one. This means I've got my workshop Hunter back, which is nice. I'm a bit spoilt for choice in here, I must admit. I got Mum's old DAB radio. I know I said DAB. Mustn't swear. So we got that one back down a bit. That was lucky, just one transistor. It could have been a lot worse than that. Could have been the whole lot of them. Okay. Let's hook it up and make sure it still works. Now we put it back together. So it should help battery consumption, altering that quiescent current. So I've just altered my picture there. Turned the wrong. Turned my iris, not my zoom. There we are. Power on. Now I've got a short on. I think those output transistors are tangled up a bit, you know. Let's pop this back out again a minute. Just pop it back out a minute, people. Hey, Chris, how are you? G'day, Bruce. Hi, Theo. Yeah, we started early today, mate. We started at 4 o'clock today, so we're on the last furlong. But I fixed this, and it's now decided to unfix itself again, which is typical, isn't it? Gotta love it. So I'm just quickly going to whip it back out again and have another look. Because I think we've got touching leads on one of the outputs. Or my new driver transistor is, not driver, pre-driver, is interfering with another component in there. Because it's got a much bigger case because it's got the heat sink on it. Well, that one's certainly okay. For some reason, it's decided that it doesn't want to play ball. So let's make sure. That was a bit close to there. Let's try that. I think that may have cured it. I hope it has, because my tea's nearly ready.
Thinking it can open up more of a dialogue into more personal things, and it could be a deeper conversation. So the help that I had from them was fantastic, and that really helped me. But yeah, just a bit of practice. But yeah.
And so what happens now, guys? You've probably got the right questions to ask on live radio.
What happens now is that we're going out for dinner and we're going out for a beer after that.
Yeah, okay.
That's as far as we think.
Amy, Neil, very good luck, and thanks.
Thank you
ever so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Right, let us get some weather. It's 5:26. Ben Rich is here.
Yes, thank you, Evan. It has been a very wet day indeed for some of us. The western side of Scotland, some places have seen very close to 50 millimetres of rain in space of just 12 hours. As we go through tonight, that rain is going to sink southeastwards, so rain through Scotland, Northern Ireland into northern England and Wales. That will sink southeastwards across the rest of England and Wales through the night. A very windy night as well. Something a little drier into the northwest later with a mix of clear spells and showers. But one thing you will notice, it's going to turn increasingly mild through the night. So by tomorrow, temperatures between...
I don't need to get older, but to me I hold your hand. She I love you, she I love you, she jump. She I love you, she I love you.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Yeah, where did that little fibre washer go to? Where's that little fibre gone? Hey, boy. Oh, I see it. There we are. Try again, people. I didn't do another copyright jobby, did I? Yes, you are late, Theo, but you know, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. The beauty is you can catch up unless they take it down for copyright, in which case you can catch up, but it'll be tomorrow after I've removed the offending track. Or tracks, as it may be. Cheers, Mike. Tomorrow's going to be early again. Oh, tomorrow will be early again, Mike. As I say, I've got to go out tomorrow night as well, so. Hi, Ron. We have got a contest, Ron, to win a hacker coming up at some stage. Just see if that's working again now before I put the arrow back on. Whether it's going to decide to not work again.
Vegetables, nets of cabbage from 80p to £1, nets of spring green £1, crates of Cornish £2.50. Cauliflowers, French, crates of 24s, £5, and Cornish £4. Celery, Spanish, quite a good trade, from £2.80 to £3.20 for all sizes. And onions, English, £3.50 to £4.40. Dutch, 60 to 80 size, £4.30 to £4.40. Potatoes, reds, £2.20 to £2.40, white, £1.80 to £2, and King Edward's £2.40 to £2.80, and these are weights of £55.
Everything. The youth. So, in terms of, for a person that wants to earn her own business in the future, what would that look like? Especially if I want to run it internationally and in the EU, like how would I go about that?
Okay, in terms of just setting up in the first place, I think what we need is support around you. You need to make sure that there is support around you, but you also need encouragement. That's encouragement to be able to take on employees when you're at a point that you want to expand, and we're trying to do that by reducing the amount of national insurance you will have to pay to take those sort of people on, reduce your business rates if you need a shop front or an office or those kind of things. So that's the starting point. If you want to trade internationally, then...
There we go, people. Can put that one to bed at last. It's got a little bit of tidying up to do. As I say, I will at some stage do the caps in the amp board. But my workshop radio is back. Hacker Hunter, done. Done, people. Right. So final furlong. I need to be wrapping up now. So let's get the monster advent calendar over and see what we got in today's slot. Wera Advento Calorando. Why has it suddenly turned into a Spanish or Italian calendar? I don't know. Okay. Right, let's just get rid of me. This all my tinsel's covering it up, isn't it? Number 5, Theo. Where's number 5? That was number 4. Come on, Theo, you spotted it first yesterday. Ah, he's got it again. Below the skeet. He's right. Have you got one the same, Theo, or are you just able to see the camera? Ooh, got a little baby Phillips screwdriver bit. It's like a number 1 Phillips. And in fact, it looks smaller than a number 1 Phillips. Let's get that one out of the way in a minute. Zoom back in a bit. And down. Let's get a little pouch out. And sure enough, let's move that one over there. We have a number 1 Phillips. Is that number 1? Yeah, I suppose it is. There we go. So that's what we've got so far then. We've got the pouch that it all goes in. A socket adapter, 1 socket and 2 bits. 5.5mm screwdriver bit and a 0.1 Phillips bit. There we go. Ready for tomorrow. Easy to see on the TV, is it? Welcome, Rob. Anyway, literally, you've just arrived and I'm just about to go, so sorry about that. It is HD, it's 1080p, so in theory you should be able to see it. That's the idea. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that today. It's a little bit different. Say it's fixing one of my radios. And that one will go back over there where it belongs. I've got another one over there, but I think that one works. So I didn't have that one with batteries in. This was my main radio. So don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed that today. Comments below, please, if you've got any comments. Don't forget to check my main page out if you wanted to contribute anything via PayPal. Thanks to the Patreons. And that's about it for today, people. So tomorrow going to be around about the same time, I would think, 4 o'clock-ish. I need to go out at the same time tomorrow, so it's going to be a bit earlier. But Saturday's going to be in the morning. Just a warning for you. So Saturday will be a morning stream, fairly early. So not I say fairly early. I don't do early really. So Saturday early, Sunday usual time. Go for the 1 o'clock on Sunday. Yeah, no worries, Theo. Catch up, no problem at all. As I say, the videos aren't mega long, so there's still a couple hours, mind you. And I was only intended to do an hour, but there you go. 2 p.m. in the morning. No, I need to be out. I need to be out by sort of 11:30 tomorrow at the latest. So I need to be on. Sorry, not tomorrow, Saturday. So I'm gonna probably have to go on for 10 o'clock till 11:30 on Saturday. So it'll be a quick one. No, I know you won't be in Sunday, Paul. You can catch up, mate. But you never know, if you've got a decent enough connection up there, you might better get on. Cheers, Harvey. Thanks for that, mate. So bye, everybody, and I will catch you tomorrow. Have fun, and let's pop the old intro on, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.